Hello everyone and welcome back to Nintendo Lounge. I'm your host Scott and joining me it is Jim Jam. Ma'am, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm Jim Jam Man, and I'm a little bit sick, but I'm okay. But we're all sick. Everyone's sick around this time of year. How are we doing, Scott?
I'm pretty sick too. It's
Yeah.
winter in Australia. Is it winter yet, or are we approaching winter?
I have no idea. I don't know how seasons work. What do you expect me to know this?
But what we do know is Nintendo here at Nintendo Lounge.
We know
Hey.
Nintendo stuff. We know who's running the company now, I think. Is that what we're learning today?
So the other day, Nintendo had their financial briefing thingy-majig. As you can tell, we're not businessmen. We don't really know how it all works. But we're gonna try to talk about some of the stuff they talked about. Have some
Sure.
banter,
Okay.
and see what happens. So one of the big things that came out of it is Kimi Shima, the president of Nintendo, is stepping down.
Kimi Shima. Aw.
Indeed, he took over when Satoru Shibata died the other year.
Yeah.
And he did pretty good. I really liked him. He had like a strong
Yeah. No,
presence
he
to
did.
him.
He was like a Miyagi, which I liked.
Exactly. And now he's getting replaced with Shuntaro Furukawa. I hope I pronounced that right.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like Daniel-san has taken over Mr. Miyagi as the warrior, which is weird because isn't he like a young boy? I've seen him on Twitter as like memes. That's all I know of it. Like I've just seen memes.
Yeah, when I first saw him, I was like, he's going to take over from Kimishima? Because
He looks like
Kimishima.
he looks like
to
he
him.
can't handle it. Like he just looks like he's not prepared.
The photo they're using, it looks like he's like...
He looks like he's really not emotionally prepared to run a company at all in that photo. I think it's just that photo. I think it's just an unlucky photo they chose. I think he's probably a fine, like, businessman.
Yeah,
Like,
apparently he's a really
He
good
must be.
businessman.
Yeah.
He's been with Nintendo since the 90s. He's been on the board of directors for quite a few years as well. And he also speaks fluent English.
That's
so
a good
we might
thing,
see
I
him
think.
in some directs from time to time. I'm just going, oh, hey guys.
Yeah. Oh, hey. I'm a Nintendo man. Let's talk Nintendo stuff.
Another Nintendo man is also moving away from the president role, and that is the president of Europe, Satoru Shibata, is
God.
moving back to Japan to be a senior executive officer.
Okay. Alright, well,
Wow.
this is kind of scaring me because, like, we've gotten rid of the president of Japan, got rid of the president of Europe. I'm like, if they touch Reggie, I swear to God, they can't touch Reggie. Leave Reggie alone. He's fine what he's doing. He's all good. Please don't touch Reggie.
Reggie is untouchable.
I know, Reggie is... He is... Yeah, I don't know. Just don't touch Reggie, please. Like, leave him
Okay.
alone.
Especially without consent. So Mario Kart 8 has already outsold on the Switch than the Wii U. On the Wii U, in its lifetime, it sold 8.42 million copies. On the Switch, it's already sold 9.22 million copies, which is quite a lot more already.
I think it's due to the fact that the Wii U didn't sell that much, and pretty much the only game they could get on that was Mario Kart and Smash and stuff like that. So everyone that owned a Wii U would have got Mario Kart, and then you plus those people that really bought the Switch, and then plus the people that didn't have the Wii U originally, they got the Switch and were like, oh, I love Mario Kart, I played it on the Wii, and they got that game. So obviously that kind of makes sense to me. So that's job well done, boys. Good job, Nintendos.
GG's. And Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has now sold around about 10 million units. 8.5 of that is from the Switch version. The rest is from the good old Wii U version.
Oh, cute.
I know. So now we're going to go through this little PDF that Nintendo showed off to the world after their little meeting. We're going to go through it. There's some cool things to get out of this.
Okay.
So yeah, let's see what we can find. And the first thing they talk about is Nintendo Labo and how that this is a very Nintendo product, which I agree with. I picked it up. It's pretty cool. We'll have some videos about that eventually. And they're saying that some cool things are coming out with it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty to be expected. This one's a bit interesting though. There is a little graph here that shows the total sales of Kirby Star Allies in the first 5 weeks, and it has already outsold the first 5 weeks of the 3DS titles and the Wii title Return to Dreamland. So it's sold about over 1 million copies already, whereas the highest seller in the first 5 weeks was Triple Deluxe on the 3DS.
Okay.
So it seems Kirby is doing well on the Switch. You've yet to pick it up though.
No, I haven't picked it up yet, but I think a lot of that was due to the marketing, because I had a 3DS before, but I had no interest in getting Kirby games because A, I didn't know they were coming out, and B, it's just that they weren't promoted as something worth getting at all. It was just like another Kirby game kind of thing. But this one was kind of marketed in a way that was like, this one, we got a demo, we're going to have lots of trailers for it, we're going to show it off lots, and we're going to really look into it. And it was really shown off as being like, we're kind of trying to change things up a little bit here, give you more of a classic Kirby, but also, changing things up. So I think it was in the marketing that really changed it up, and obviously the success of the Switch. So I think that kind of ties into it quite a bit. So that makes sense to me. Again, I feel like their marketing tactics have changed a lot. They've been really looking towards how can we market our games better, as opposed to being like, it's this again, and kids can play it. It's doing really well. So I can understand why.
Next one they talked about was Bayonetta 2 and how that very quickly oversold the Wii U version in the first 9 weeks of sale.
Okay.
In the first 9 weeks of sale, the Wii U sold about just under 300,000 units, while the Switch version just sold under 400,000 units. So not as much of a big change, but still a change nonetheless. And Bayonetta is quite a niche sort of series.
Yeah, it is. So that makes sense.
And hopefully we can see some more sales come about when Bayonetta 3 comes out. Hopefully it gets hyped up a bit more, so it can do better, so we can get more games
or
like Bayonetta.
Maybe Bayonetta 3 should do the same thing another hack and slash series did, and completely change it around and make it some walking simulator game where you have a son. That'd be good. That's actually a really good game as well. God of War came out. Maybe Bayonetta should go around that route. Maybe she has a son now.
Maybe she also has a beard.
And she has a beard, and she's got to go into Norse mythology and hang out with Thor. I think that'd be good for Bayonetta. So Bayonetta, look out! You're gonna have to change your formula completely. Anyway, what's the next one?
Next up is their digital sales trends.
Okay.
There's a bunch of writing here, but I'm gonna try to condense it. So
Sure.
basically, their digital sales have been really good this quarter. In comparison, the largest sort of digital sales in the past was in 2016, and that did about 45 billion yen. Whereas this quarter for the Switch, 2018, has done 60 billion yen. And that all goes down to all the amazing Switch indie games we're having. Just a really good eShop sort of atmosphere.
Okay.
Anything to add on that one?
No, not really. Just cool. They're making muns. That's good. Good for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In this article, they also said that they are encouraging longer play time of a single title. Where they have a little graph here of a Splatoon 2, showing the sort of average user sort of play time and stuff like that, and how it's been quite consistent from the release in July till December. It was pretty much the same amount of people playing the game for the whole time. And then when Christmas happened, of course, it's shot up quite a bit. And it's been staying at that level after the Christmas hype. So I like that, how Nintendo are trying to get people to just pick up a game, throw it away a week later, getting people to stay engaged with the game, which is always good.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that reflects in how they run Splatoon, because the developers of Splatoon, they always give updates. They give you a new map. You have to pay for it. They've got obviously a paid DLC which includes a single player, but it's not necessary. You can get it if you want, but they're always releasing new maps. They're not separating the community. They're like, we've got a new map coming out. Everyone's like, oh, let's jump on Splatoon 2 again because I haven't played it in a while, and they jump on, and they've got the monthly what are they called?
Splatfest.
Splatfest. Yeah, they got the Splatfest, which sometimes I'm like, Splatfest is on, I might just pop on, just give it a go. I wouldn't play it otherwise. I'd just be like, it just reminds me. It's like, I see on Twitter, I'm like, someone's talking about Splatfest. I'm like, oh, cool, I might just pick it up for a bit. I'm a bit bored right now. I'll play some Splatoon. So it's just that they're constantly keeping it, an engaging game that keeps you wanting to go back to it, because there's ways to get people reminding you through social media and stuff like that, so Splatfests and all that stuff. So I think that's what's keeping it afloat, and I think if they kind of keep that scheme going for something like Smash Brothers, like, they could do some really cool stuff with it. So like, that kind of makes me keen for what they could do if they want to have those online focused games like Smash and all those other kinds of games in the future. Like, if they go around that route, that could be really cool. So I don't know, that's a good sign that they're probably going to look into that kind of thing.
Next up, Nintendo 3DS and the Nintendo 3DS family of systems. So that's the Nintendo 3DS, the 3DS XL, the new 3DS, the new 3DS XL, the 2DS, the new 2DS XL. Altogether, have sold over 72 million units to a broad array of consumers. So that's quite a lot of 3DSs. And they're also making sure that everyone knows the 3DS is here to stay. They've got planned games coming out till 2019 and beyond.
Yeah, okay. That's cool. I mean, I don't have any interest in it because I've sold it and I don't really care for the games that are coming out. There's some cool ones, but then at the same time, I'm like, I don't think it's worth getting the console again and buying another one. So I'm like, not really interested in what they're doing, but hey, cool. I don't care, but there's obviously a lot of people that do care, and they're releasing the 2DS, and like, yeah, I know there are people that still really buy it. Like, I really do know. I see it all the time. People are like, yep, I want a 3DS, I want this. Kids love them still, so you know what? Fair enough, not for me, but like, there's people that still buy it, so cool, keep it coming, I guess, if they want. It's up to them. I don't know, I'm not their mum. They can do what they want.
Who knows? So next up we'll talk about mobile, and Animal Crossing Pocket Camp.
Oh, that's the thing, yeah.
was released in October of last year. And many people have played the game since then, especially adult women. About 70% of the active users playing Animal Crossing Pocket Camp are female. Mm-hmm. So there's a fun little fact there for you.
Okay.
Because usually it's all about male-dominated video games and all that kind of stuff, but here, 70% are female.
It's funny because I from what I've been like and assessed from like people I know and stuff like that, a lot of girls that I know actually do play mobile games that involve kind of that farming mentality, and like there's like, you know, you got your Farmvilles and stuff like that, but I'm not too sure what the games are called, but I've seen girls play games like that that are like in their 20s and stuff like that, and especially like some of my mum's friends will play games like that. Like they'll play mobile games that just
Candy Crush.
It seems very like, in a way, it seems like I'm saying like it's a bad thing. I'm like, oh bloody,
they're not true gamers.
They're not true. Like, no, it's great, and it's awesome that they're finding something that people are enjoying in that kind of category. So you know what? If Animal Crossing is finding an audience there, then hopefully maybe they are like, okay, how can we work that into the Switch version that might eventually come out, and be like, hey, come play this now. Come, don't feel like you have to be on the mobile and stuff like that, because mobiles, they have their downfalls. It'd be cool to get them be like, hey, you can get a Switch. Come get a Switch, you old ladies. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it.
Wow. So Super Mario Run came out quite a while ago, and it didn't really do much for me. And quite a few people didn't really do much for it. Everyone was kind of like, I
forgot about it.
However, despite the fact that it was released over a year ago now, this title is maintaining a base of approximately 20 million monthly active users, which is it's quite a lot, and very unexpected.
Yeah. That is quite a lot, actually. It's free, isn't it?
No, it costs money.
That's weird.
So you can
understand
download
that.
it for free. You can do the first 10 levels for free, and then if you want to do more levels after that, you have to pay. I assume some of those are people who just play the free 10 levels.
Yeah, I feel like a majority of those are people that did like the beginning, like that got it for free. I'm not gonna assume that 20 million people bought it. I kind of doubt that. So, yeah, most of them would have been for free. I'm just gonna say that right there.
Fire Emblem Heroes became available in Hong Kong, Taiwan, Thailand, and Singapore as of November last year, and this February marked the 1-year anniversary of the application's release. I've yet to play it. Oopsies.
I've never even heard of it.
Nintendo have been able to keep active users while expanding the user base, and sales have continued to grow without slowing. One might expect the Fire Emblem series to be the most popular within Japan, but for Fire Emblem Heroes, the share of the overseas sales is steadily growing. Moving forward, we will work to continually expand on measures designed to excite consumers. Ooh,
That
fancy
sounds very like businessy. Like, we must keep the consumers pleased with what we make for them. So cool, I guess.
Yeah, I tried to download it on my phone, but it didn't want to download. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, life of having terrible internet. It's great, isn't it?
Now, here's something that's interesting that came out of this little financial thingy-majig,
Okay.
and that was the announcement of a new game.
Okay.
Today, we announced the partnership with Cygames for a new gaming application for smart devices, aiming to bring to life the shared vision of a new gaming experience with worldwide appeal. As a result of this partnership, Nintendo will release Dragalia Lost, an all-new original gaming application in the summer of 2018, starting with Japan, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau? I don't know where that place is. Macau, where is that?
I don't know. No one will ever know.
No one will ever know. With the support of Nintendo Group companies, it will launch in North America and Europe as well. The game was designed by Cygames and co-developed with Nintendo. Both companies will jointly operate the game. More information about the game content will be announced on the website today. Not in English. For the purpose of facilitating the partnership, Nintendo will obtain approximately 5% of Cygames' issued stocks, mainly through a third-party My phone just buzzed then. Bloody hell. 5% stocks, yeah, so they're releasing a little RPG with a little company called Cygames.
Okay. Do we know anything else about it?
There are some screenshots that's been released, and I believe a Japanese trailer has come out. And it looks like a 3DS sort of RPG game, but for your mobile. So I'm liking the idea of Nintendo reaching out, trying some different things on mobile, because I've only had a handful of Nintendo games on mobile.
That's kind of okay. Well, yeah, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt there. That it's cool that they're kind of expanding out a little bit, but I don't care personally that much. But that's all right. Cool. Good for them again. I've said good for them like 40 times, but that's okay.
But good for them.
Good for them.
In addition to the titles already described for the smart device business, we also plan to release Mario Kart Tour as a Mario Kart application for smart devices during this fiscal year, which is between April 2018 and March 2019.
Okay.
So sometime between then, Mario Kart Tour for iOS and Android may possibly, I don't know, hopefully, will be released.
Let's look towards like December or something like that, I'd say. Something like then.
Yeah, something around then.
Because everyone gets their kids' phone mobile app money for Christmas, so they'll be able to buy themselves.
Your iTunes gift card.
iTunes gift cards. There you go. Yeah, they'll be able to buy some of those, and then they'll make lots of money because everyone will be like, "Oh, it's Mario. Oh, I don't have a PS4, so I'll be able to get it on this instead." So yeah. It's cool.
And then Nintendo ended off stating that E3 is just around the corner, and they'll be announcing a whole bunch of stuff then, along with a Splatoon 2 championship and a Super Smash Bros. Tournament.
They did.
But we'll talk more about that in our E3 discussion video coming very soon. So
we gotta
stay subscribed for that.
Oh, I'm gonna be terrible at that, but sure.
Until then,
yeah.
Oh, what are you going to say, Soz?
Nothing.
You gonna say no, you won't.
Nah.
Nah.
I'm good.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.